In all my travels across India, I've learned that no matter where I go, I find that sustainability is so deeply rooted in our food culture and heritage. Whether it's in how we've always been a country that eats locally and seasonally, in how we've celebrated food forests and multi-cropping on our farmlands, in how we utilize every part of the vegetable or meat in our traditional recipes, or how we are so mindful of waste. When you really think about sustainability, you realize there are so many different and nuanced facets to explore. I spend every waking moment thinking about food. Food is sustenance, a love language, a way to bring people together beyond borders and culture. My name is Thomas Zacharias and I'm a chef. I've spent the last 15 years of my life learning about food, cooking it, studying it, and then eventually using my platform to share my learnings to bring about a positive change. People seem to think there's only a single way to be sustainable and green. But that's a very one-dimensional way of thinking. When you say sustainable, the larger question is sustainable for whom? For your own carbon footprint or sustainable for the land itself? What about the people who grow our food or the packaging that's used to transport it? Sustainability isn't black and white or yes and no. It's a world of grey. It's small decisions taken steadily every single day towards the goal of a greener future. Trying to change other people's minds about what sustainability means is a daunting task because everyone's ideas are different. To me, it's about keeping the integrity of the ingredients you're cooking with and using ingredients that are varied in their nature. It's not just about the same foods that we eat every day, but more about the knowledge of the different foods and what it has to offer. As a chef, food exploration seemed like a natural choice to learn new things about what my homeland had to offer. I felt like I could use my platform to tell more people about it and share that well. People always think of Goa as a party destination, but Goa is an incredible landscape of beaches, lush green fields, forests, mountains, long winding roads where you can actually hear yourself think. Which is a good thing for me because this car, the Hyundai Kona Electric, it can go 452 kilometers at a stretch in a single charge, and that gives you enough time to go along the coastline of Goa a couple of times. I've met people on my food exploration trips who are trying to preserve the sanctity of local ingredients and celebrate traditional practices rooted in sustainability. This project with Hyundai Kona Electric is a perfect opportunity for me to use my platform to highlight these efforts. While spending time in Goa, I was able to meet Aaron Savio Lobo, who told me about the Ramponkar fishing community of Goa.
The Rampon, the word is a Konkani word. Basically, the idea of the whole Ramponkar is you share your catch with everyone who helps you. So to kind of haul the net in, you need approximately between 70 and 100 people. So you need the village. It takes a village to get a Rampon up.
They take out their boats about a kilometer into the ocean and fish in a traditional, less invasive manner. This particular method doesn't destroy everything in its path like large-scale trawler fishing does.
Sustainability is not just about, how you're hitting the ecosystems, but it's about accessibility to communities, particularly to marginal or poor communities that find it expensive sometimes to buy fish.
Fishing has always been a community thing, especially in Goa. So keeping the tradition alive while also staying away from fishing using big machinery keeps the ocean completely undisturbed. By opting for a more sustainable route, people can have access to genuinely fresh fish because the truth is that so much of the fish consumed in Goa actually comes from other states. It doesn't just end there. There are many undiscovered narratives in the state just waiting to be discovered. Lucky for me, the Hyundai Kona Electric has different driving modes. In the comfort mode, the car responds to the lightest touch, and the drive alongside these gorgeous views is effortless and smooth. We're at a point where we eat the same few ingredients on repeat. It's the same vegetables, the same few rice and grains, but that's not what they mean when they say eat a balanced diet. what is ending up on our plates is increasingly homogenized, which is a shame because India has so much to offer, so much richness and diversity in its varied cuisines. This is Hansel Vaz, a man who taught me that Goa originally had 40 different types of rice native to its soil. Varieties that over time have been lost because of the fact that nobody has taken the efforts to preserve them. Hansel is reviving a type of rice on his farm called Girasal rice. It's a short grain white rice with a beautiful dark brown husk, so aromatic, the story goes that when you cook it, even your neighbors can smell the rice.
It's about a 2,000-year-old variety of rice. It's kind of evolved to be sustainable. It is going to have a natural pest resistance as compared to an artificial variety.
The cool thing about growing different types of rice, especially here, is that the variety of crops actually helps the soil stay more fertile, which in turn gives a better yield. Hansel went out of his way to find seeds for Girasal in the hope that he could continue to grow it and celebrate this unique grain.
Getting this rice back will be bringing that identity back for everyone. Also hope that we can actually reinforce our roots back again. I mean, literally by planting a seed. Yeah.
Tell me why it's important to revive these rice varieties.
I think, first of all, going against the grain, literally, is actually the toughest part. But I think it's important because it gives us a sign of hope that we can create diversity, for me at least, on my plate. The cost of growing the rice is the same, but when the benefit that you'll reap is 3 times more than growing this rice.
That's what I mean. Sustainability is also about improved livelihood. My efforts towards sustainability are changes that I can make consistently. When I cook, I try and ensure I use sustainably sourced local and seasonal ingredients. At home, I collect and compost food waste and try and minimize plastic usage whenever possible. I continue to highlight stories of other people and organizations who are making strides in the sustainable space. After all, we'll get more done if we all do it together. There's no one single way to do it. You just have to find what works for you. In the larger scheme of things, food is not the first thing you think about when you think about sustainability, but it is so important. Protecting what is already ours and integrating simple practices in our daily lives might just be one more answer to our path to sustainability.